Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to Edu News. It's wonderful to meet you again. I'm Fabian.
And I'm Dian. You might remember us from our previous report where we discussed about critical issue, Indonesia literacy crisis.
At that time, we talked about how reading habits, especially among the younger generation, were in serious decline due to the growing influence of digital technology and social media. However, as time goes on, we can see a new movement emerging, one that doesn't view technology as the enemy of literacy, but rather as a tool to strengthen it.
This shift is happening across schools and universities throughout Indonesia, where students are beginning to experience a new kind of reading culture. One of that digital, interactive, and connected to the way they live today.
That's absolutely right. Literacy is evolving along with the times. According to the Ministry of Education 2024 report, over 70% of universities in Indonesia have started implementing digital literacy programs, integrating e-libraries, online journal, and virtual reading space into their system.
These efforts show that education in Indonesia is moving towards a digital transformation, one that aims not only to make reading more accessible, but also to make it more engaging. Yet, this transformation brings a big question. Are students really becoming more literate, or are they simply become more connected? Do digital platforms really help students read deeply and think critically, or are they just offering convenience without comprehension?
To answer these questions, we reached out to several university students who shared their experience and reflections about digital reading habits, technology, and what literacy means for them in digital age.
For me, digital reading is one of the best things that has happened to a student like us. I can read books, journals, and articles anytime I want. According to Kominfo Survey 2023, students who use digital reading platforms spend twice as much time reading compared to those who rely only on printed books. I think that's true for me. I read more now than I did before. What I love about digital reading is the flexibility. I can read during breaks, in cafes, or even while commuting. It's made reading feel easier and more natural, something that fits perfectly into a student's daily life.
I wish I could say the same, but for me, digital reading is tricky. I start reading, then suddenly my phone buzzes, and before I knew it, I scrolling through social media. The Jakarta Post 2024 mentioned that 60% of university students admit to skimming digital texts instead of reading them truly. I think I'm one of them. The problem isn't that we don't have reading material, is that our attention is divided. There is too much information coming at us all the time. So yes, I like digital access, but I also feel that it makes it harder to stay focused and truly understand what I read.
I understand that struggle. I used to read online without really processing anything. But after joining the digital literacy and critical reading workshop at our university, my mindset changed. A UNESCO report 2023 found that students who receive the digital literacy training have 30% higher comprehension level than those who don't. I can see why. The workshop taught me to be selective about sources, to question what I read, and to reflect critically instead of just absorbing the information. For me, that's the heart of digital literacy. Not just being able to read on screen, but being able to think through what we read.
I totally agree. Reading has always been my hobby, but I noticed that many of my friends only read when it's for an assignment. According to the National Literacy Movement 2024, only 19% of Indonesian university students for read pleasure. That number makes me sad because reading should be something we enjoy, not something we must do. That's why I start a small reading club with my classmates. Every week, we pick a short ebook or article to discuss. It's amazing how talking about what we read helps us understand it more deeply. I believe that combining digital platforms with real human discussion is the best way to strengthen literacy in this generation.
Those were powerful and eye-opening perspectives. What we have learned tonight is that technology can both help and hinder literacy. It depends entirely on how we use it. Access to information is now easier than ever, but engagement with that information is what really matters.
Exactly. Digital literacy isn't just about having ebooks or reading apps. It's about developing habits of curiosity, reflections, and understanding. The digital age gives us tools, but it's up to us to use them wisely. If there's one message we can take from tonight's discussions, it's that literacy is evolving, and we, as learners, must evolve with it. We should not let technology make us passive readers, but rather use it to become more critical thinkers.
That concludes our report for tonight. We hope this discussion inspires you, especially for our fellow students, to embrace digital literacy not just as a trend, but as a meaningful way to grow intellectually and personally.
Thank you for joining us once again on Edu News. Until next time, keep reading, keep questioning, and keep growing. Good evening, everyone.